It's out of the back of the... Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one. And while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Cousins. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. Side complete. That's Erickson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Giovanni Ricci taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Panthers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Touchdown. Here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Play action now, Cousins.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Dante Jackson picks it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
116 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. They'll run here with Hubbard.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Darnold, he lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. And Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal.
And this a 39-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And his throw is incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
A 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 17-0 our score after 1. Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins looking here for Smith downfield. And this one is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. 50, 80. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. 54.
Here's Darnold. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got him. Touchdown, Carolina.
Christian McCaffrey.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Panthers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Kene Nwangu now out of his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Kene Nwangu. And how about that return? Inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 13-yard line.
They go play action. Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings.
8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread.
McCann's got it teed up.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Six yards left on 2nd down. On the give, this is Hubbard.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Boy, 175 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Tommy Tremble there to make the grab. And the Panthers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Cousins now. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, it's Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Play fake. Cousins. Flushed out right.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Flush to his right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Christian McCaffrey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone. Down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after them now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Let's go deep. Double tight, guys. Double tight.
On the give is Nwangu.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Cousins gives way to Cook. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On play action, Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll roll him out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Panthers will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Play action. It's Darnold. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
That's Anthony Barr coming in from his linebacker spot to bring him to the ground. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Working out of the gun here, Walker. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Boy, 196 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round. to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. One quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row and now a pickup of 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Brandon, I got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Ballage. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Being chased out left. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Oh, look, us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 3rd down, Cook. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The defense can stop it twice.